On, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and it looks like Cathie Wood, the superstar ARK investor who has been making a ton of money. She's been making more money than Jesus, is drowning right now. Her funds are getting absolutely slaughtered. And I'm going to break this down for you and explain why I think Cathie Wood and the ARK Fund are struggling so much right now. And so get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right this second. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that you can't sit around and be mad because I'm Black. I'm not a finance professor who happens to be a Black man. I am a Black man who happens to be a finance professor. That means that I'm here for the Black community. It doesn't mean other people can't listen in, but we are here to solve our own problems, build our wealth, make our community great again, and not be afraid of anybody. We ain't waiting on no Superman to save us. That is what is called the B1 philosophy. If you agree with that philosophy, put a hashtag B and the number 1 in the chat, hashtag B1. If you think it's okay for Black people to put ourselves at the top of our own priority list. And that's really important. I want to make sure I start every conversation off with Blackness. So how many of you, give me a yes or no, Lee Lambeau and Nathaniel Lockridge, is it Nathaniel Lockridge? Is that right? Yeah, there we go. David Gibson and Wendell, give me a yes or no. How many of y'all have ever heard of Cathie Wood? How many of you have heard Cathie Wood? There she is. She is, I think, 70. She looks really good for the age of 70. I think she looks great. You know, I mean, not that I'm into white women or anything, but you know what? For a white woman, she looks really good. Not that if you're white, don't be offended, but you know, just Black is beautiful to me. I'm sorry, I can't apologize for that. But you know, she looks pretty good. She doesn't look 70, right? Well, let me tell you about Cathie Wood. If you don't know about Cathie Wood, Cathie Wood is a great investor. She's very well respected. She has been in the game for a very long time, and she runs a company called ARK Investments, and she's the CEO of the company. And I'm looking here. Actually, she's not 70; she's 66. Okay, so that's why she looks so young. And so I'm looking here. If you look her up, first thing you'll find is that she's the CEO and CIO of ARK Invest, an asset management firm. ARK Investment Management LLC is an American investment management firm based in St. Petersburg, Florida, that manages several actively managed exchange-traded funds, aka ETFs. It was founded by Cathie Wood in 2014. As of 2021, the company had $50 billion in assets under management. By September 21, the assets had dropped to $42.4 billion after a period of poor performance. So here's why I'm talking about Cathie Wood today. You might say, well, gosh, Boyce, you don't really talk about white people that much on this platform. Well, today it's interesting. You should talk about this lady because she's very significant in the investment game. She's very interesting to follow. I personally love Cathie Wood because Cathie is a person that reminds you of something that's very important. You want to know what that secret is? You want to know what it is? I figured it out because some people forget this. She reminds you that the future is coming. She reminds you that the future is coming and that people who tend to do well economically, the people who tend to have the most money, tend to be the people who are able to remember that the future is coming. A lot of people, they're not prepared for the future because they don't think about it. They don't plan for it. They think it's going to be 2021 forever. You know, you got some people thought it was going to be 1995 forever. And now you're looking silly. You're still wearing the same clothes, still got the Kango on, still trying to live off of 1995. Well, it ain't 1995 anymore. If you were smart, you would have been thinking about 2021 back in 1998. Then you could have prepared. You could have said, let me go get some of this company called Google. The stock's kind of expensive. It's about $50, but man, let me just buy a few shares. Hold on. Let me get a little bit of this Amazon here. The Amazon, $88 a share. Let me get a couple shares of Amazon for my kids and then my grandkids. And guess what? Google and Amazon are now trading in the thousands, in the absolute thousands. Maybe could have bought you some Bitcoin for a couple of dollars, like a couple of dollars per Bitcoin. Yeah, maybe bought you a couple hundred Bitcoins now. Now you'd be a millionaire right now, right? So Cathie Wood is important because Cathie Wood is one of those people that remind you that the future is coming. So her fund, one of her flagship ETF is called the ARK Innovation Fund. Now, the ARK Innovation Fund has a broad portfolio in companies that Cathie believes are going to control the future. I am an investor in the ARK Innovation Fund. And as of right now, the ARK Innovation Fund is really interesting because it did really well. It did really well in 2020. In 2020, Cathie Wood became a superstar. Cathie Wood became the person who could do no wrong. She became the person that everybody followed. She became like sort of an overnight genius. Well, the thing about the pandemic is that the pandemic created a lot of overnight geniuses. You had a lot of people during the pandemic who said, "Look at me, look at me, look how smart I am! Oh my God, I'm an expert in stock trading because I look at how much money I made. I doubled my money in a few months." Well, what a lot of those people didn't understand is that everybody was doubling their money. Anybody who did what exactly, if you go back to when the pandemic first started, the very first day of the pandemic, because I've been talking to y'all every single day. I'm in here every day. I'm dedicated with it. I told you guys, I said, I'm buying every single thing I can get my hands on. If you did even a fraction of what we talked about at the beginning of the pandemic, you're probably doing better, much, much better financially. You probably have far more money in your bank account. Give me a yes in the chat if you are in that category. So the ARK Innovation Fund did extremely well during that time. Well, the problem with that, though, is that now you're learning a little bit more about how the stock market actually works. A lot of people mistakenly thought that the stock market was this big ATM machine that was going to just spit money out for the rest of your life, and it was going to be easy, and you could invest like a blindfolded monkey and make as much money as you want. Well, it doesn't work that way, right? So the ARK Innovation Fund is one of the funds that kind of gets hit first in an environment like this. The ARK Innovation ETF literally invests in lots of companies that are absolutely going to be body slammed in an environment like this. Some of the companies, top 10 holdings: Tesla, Zoom, Teladoc Health, Roku, Coinbase, Unity Software, Spotify, Twilio, Exact Sciences, and Telia Therapeutics. Those are the top 10 holdings of the ARK Innovation Fund. And the problem is that right now, you're seeing what we call in economics a regime shift. This is the kind of stuff like we studied this extensively in our econometrics classes back in graduate school. A regime shift is where the trading environment changes. It's where things are just different. It's a different situation. It's like when you're dating your girlfriend and she loves you and you can just walk up and grab her booty and she smiles, she chuckles, she thinks that's great. Well, sometimes there's a regime shift. She dumps you and she starts dating Fred down the street. Well, now that she's dating Fred, it's the same girl, same lady you dated a year ago, but walk up and grab her booty and see what happens then. You'll be in jail. You'll be Jeffrey Epstein, right? You literally will be accused of assault, right? Because the regime has shifted. The rules have changed. Things are not what they used to be. So right now in the stock market, that's what's going on. You were able to make money very easily because you were in a very what they call a loose environment. You were in an environment of quantitative easing. That's the term they use. You were in an environment where there was so much quantitative easing that it was very easy to make money. Now you're going into a different environment. It's a different regime where now making money is going to be like climbing a mountain uphill, Mount Everest, which means that your investment strategy is going to have to shift. It's going to have to shift. The kinds of companies that ARK Investing was invested in, the Teslas and stuff like that, were the companies that were doing extremely well in the quantitative easing environment. In this new environment, where you're going to have a lot of tapering from the Fed, where you're going to have a lot of interest rate hikes from the Fed, that's a different kind of environment. It's running against the wind. You're now swimming upstream. That means you're going to have to shift over to different kinds of companies like consumer staples, because some of these tech companies are going to continue to get body slammed for a little bit. Now, here's my final thought on ARK Innovation ETF. Cathie Wood it appears she's getting her butt kicked right now, but let me just say this. I like Cathie Wood a lot. I think Cathie Wood is very, very smart. I think Cathie Wood is going to murder the game 5-10 years from now. She may have another bad year. She may end up looking crazy in the year 2022. A lot of people are going to say, I told you so. But this is a reminder that investing is a long-term game. Cathie has it right. A lot of people make you think that investing should go out to the next week, the next month, or the next quarter, or the next year. Cathie Wood is one of those few people who's reminding you that the people who make the big, gigantic, supersized AK-47 money are the people who invest for the long haul. Thank you, Natasha. That's the best term to use. So Cathie, so let me just say this. If you want my recommendation in terms of what I believe about Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation Fund, this is not investment advice. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy some shares of this fund. Now that this fund has been getting its butt kicked, now that it's lost a little bit of money, some of the froth has been taken off. It's dropped about 16.7% in the last month, 18% in the last 3 months. Maybe this is the time to do some dollar cost averaging and get in on the future. I think that this fund is going to take off long term, but you may have a rough 2022. So don't expect this to be an overnight investment. This is the real money. This is the strong money. This is the long money, not that fast money. This ain't the roll the dice money. This is the generational wealth money that comes from investments like this. So that's my 2 cents on Cathie Wood. I hope that this helps you. I'm going to get on out of here. Got to go spend some time with my family. Don't forget, we have the Black Wealth Calendar for 2022. It allows you to put Black Wealth principles right in your refrigerator so that you can make Black Wealth part of your family's culture. If you'd like to get some Black Wealth calendars to give away for the holidays to your loved ones, feel free to go to BoyceWatkins.com and just look for the calendar right there. You can find out at BoyceWatkins.com the stocks that I'm buying. You can also get a bunch of other stuff. You can do a free trial of my stock market class. There's a ton of stuff that you can take a look at. Just take a visit to BoyceWatkins.com, and also feel free to follow me on Instagram at the Black Financial Channel. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I'm going to check back in with you again soon. You know how we do it here. We don't just finances and wealth is our way of life. So that means that every single day we're up in here talking about what's going on in the world of economics, because Black wealth is Black power, and we will be a powerful people. So God bless you. Love you. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Talk to you later. Peace.